Mystery is simple, pure existence. Indeed, mystery is simple, pure existence with nothing amazing about it. Nothing is staggering. Whatsoever you understand by the word mystery, I don't mean because you think that mystery will be something very amazing, staggering, shocking, that you will be thrown off the ground. That is not the point. Mystery is simple, pure existence with nothing amazing about it, nothing is staggering. You will not be pushed aside, not thrown, not shocked, not puzzled. Mystery is nothing mysterious really. This very ordinary existence, this is very ordinary existence, accept it as it is about creating as it is without creating any problem. When you do not create any problem, this existence is the mystery. And when you create a problem, you are destroying the mystery. Now you are in search of a solution because you are creating the problem. You are searching for a solution, and with the solution you need an answer. The same mind goes on. If you hear me talking about a mystery, then you think about something very special. And then when you think it is something special, you need an answer. It is not so. There is nothing special in existence. Only for ego does the word special exist. Only for the ego this word special exists, otherwise nothing. It is reported when Linchi achieved an enlightenment, he laughed. His disciples were puzzled. Disciple asked, "Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?" And he said, "I am laughing for this. I was endeavoring, making an effort for thousands and thousands of lives for this, for enlightenment, and it is so simple. This is the mystery and nothing is special." It is said about another Zen master, Dozen. When he achieved enlightenment, disciples asked him, "What was the first thing that you wanted to do after it?" The disciple asked, "What was the first thing that you wanted to do after enlightenment?" And you know what did Dozen replied? He said, "I wanted to have a cup of tea." Simple. Not that anything is special. You want to go to social media and post that I have become enlightened, or call your friends or someone that I have become enlightened. Nothing like that. Luckily, during the time of Dosan and Linchi, there was no social media. Otherwise, maybe they would have done that also. As you do any simple thing, you see immediately the first thing you have to do before even reading, you have to share it, you have to post it on the social media. The first thing you have to do, I have to restart. Okay. So when Linchi was asked, after he became an enlightened disciple, asked, what did you do? He said, why are you laughing? He said, but lives and lives together, I was striving for it, and now it had happened. I realized it was so simple. Another Zen master, Dozen, when he achieved enlightenment, disciple asked him, what was the first thing that you wanted to do after enlightenment? Dozen said, I wanted to have a cup of tea. Luckily, it was not the time of social media when Meta, Facebook, and all these things were not available. Otherwise, maybe if Dozen was like one of you, he would have, even before anything happened, he would have posted it on the social media and make a public announcement. And the moment you see something strange, a post that you see, without allowing that post to go deep within you, you would, first thing that you do is post on the social media, first thing, or share it with the friends, or post, if you like this, share it with the friends. Share it with the friends. And if you like to have things like these to reach you, press the whatever button or something that you have to do. So you connect to my channel. Nothing like that. Dozen said, I wanted to have a cup of tea. It was so ordinary, but for ego, these things are not appealing. It must be shared, must be known to the people. If I say that enlightenment is so ordinary that you would like to have a cup of tea after it, then you will feel that the whole thing is nonsense. Why endeavor for it? Why make any effort? Then ego comes in. Ego wants something special, and it is always interested only in special things. Something rare, something that does not usually happen to the people. It can happen to anyone this very moment, once you are available to it. But you are not available. You are expecting something special to happen. Something unique will happen. The ego wants something special, extraordinary. Reality or the existence, reality is not extraordinary. It is happening everywhere. Flowers blossoming, birds chirping, sun rising, rays of sun rays reaching the flowers, raindrops. All these things are natural and spontaneous. You want to go and study the science behind it, then you miss the very beauty of it. Raindrops falling on you, wetting you to the skin, or the water oozing out of your forehead or the head. Reality is not extraordinary. It is happening everywhere, and it has not happened to you, then that is special, because it is there, always present, not for a single moment it is absent. Enlightenment is happening every moment. That is why it is said a satori. It is sum total of many satoris. What is happening? The boiling of the water is a process. Heat is constantly changing the temperature of the water. You may not notice it. You will notice it only when the water starts bubbling. But the process is going on, and if you take every single moment and you put the temperature into it, the temperature of the water is changing from 1 degree Celsius to 2 to 3 to 4 and so on and so forth. And the moment it is about to reach 100 degrees Celsius, depending on the pressure, temperature and pressure. There is a scientific law. If you carry the water, try to boil the water at the mountains, its boiling point changes. So I do not mean that. So at a particular point, the water starts boiling, then you know that the water is boiling. So water has become enlightened now. But you did not have the eyes to see that it is happening every moment. Every moment, if you look at it, something is changing in you. Your thinking, your way of life, your way of living, if you do not consider it anything special. Each time you hear the overflow, each time you hear the live streaming, something changes in you. Something, your way of thinking, something or the other change is happening, but it is happening in such a small way that your mind, your ego does not pay attention to it, but it is happening. Temperature is changing, your way of thinking, your way of looking at the life, and everything is changing. And when it has changed, just as when you get pregnant, pregnancy means the spermatozoa is released from the male and it enters through the fallopian tube and it is continuing the journey. The process of fertilization is continuing. If by the time spermatozoa reaches the fallopian tube where they're supposed to reach and ovum is still there, they interact with one another. Not every spermatozoa is capable to meet. Only one spermatozoa meets the ovum and the fertilization takes place. It's not like 10 spermatozoa uniting with 10 ovums. It's not, it's one. And the moment now a process has begun, but you will not know unless you are very sensitive. Those who have experienced, they will know that some change has taken place in this person. And then there comes a time when the physical symptoms becomes visible and you realize, then you go and do the tests and this and that and so. But if you are sensitive enough, the moment it happens, conception happens, or just it is about to happen, you will know that something is going to happen now. There are people who have experienced, who have explained that they had a strong feeling that conception is going to take place, a higher soul is entering the womb, or things like these. So intuitively they are intuitively in tune with their inner being. And then you come to know about it. To be a Buddha, to be an enlightened, is the most ordinary phenomena. Look at it. When someone of you attained to enlightenment, what changed? Nothing changed. Your way of looking at the things. When Jesus says that only the one who is childlike can enter the kingdom of the Father, what has happened? Ego dissolved and you become spontaneous like a child. You can be amazed at the small things, raindrop falling on you, and it amazes you. Watching the raindrop falling on the petals of the flower amazes you. But here, nothing amazes you. Only thing that amazes you when you see something shared on the social media and you go and share it immediately, then something you see amazing has happened. To be a Buddha, to be an enlightened, is the most ordinary phenomena. When I say ordinary, I mean it must be so. If it looks very extraordinary, it is because of you. Because you create so many hurdles, and you love them. First you create obstacles, then you try to cross it, and when you have crossed, you feel that you have achieved something and you feel elated. The moment when you were able to make the tasty tea for the first time, it amazed you because you learned the act of doing this. Or something like that. If you have allowed things to happen, I can go on giving you simple examples. When first time you were making love and it happened, it was a miracle to you. But you considered as a miracle, but if you had considered as a mystery, it was simply an ordinary thing. You were ready for it, it just happened. Then you enjoy it, you realize it, that life is simple. And then you feel first you create the obstacles and then you create the stones along the way, and then when you cross it somehow the other after a lot of effort, then you feel that feel elated that you have achieved something. This is what happens in life when you are successful in making love for the first time. In the first place, there is no obstacle, but your ego will not feel good. So you must create certain obstacles like stones, and then when you cross over these, you feel that you have achieved something. You have never missed it. So do not seek something mysterious. Just be simple and innocent. Why did Jesus emphasize on the word innocence? Innocence means the ego is not there. Everything for you is wow. Wow. Not like a hackneyed word, but a realization. Then the whole existence opens its door to you. You will not be mad. You can simply smile at the absurdity of the whole thing. That was so near, but you could not attain to it. This is what had happened to Linchi and Dozen. Linchi said that he laughed, and when he was asked by the disciples why did he laugh, he said, I was right there and I was thinking unnecessarily how to attain to it. And Dozen went one step forward ahead and said, I wanted to have a cup of tea. You will say, what is this? You attained enlightenment and you want to have a cup of tea? You should post it on the social media. You should call the friends or somebody that I have achieved enlightenment. You should share it. And he says that I wanted to have a cup of tea. What did Buddha did? The moment it happened, as if nothing had happened, it was right there. It simply a door opened and he saw it was a dark night, and suddenly the lightning flashed and that everything became visible to him. But if he was searching somewhere in the scriptures and so, nothing would have happened. It is said about Rabindranath, he was rowing on a full moon night in his pirogue, a small boat. It was a river that he was canoeing the boat. He was all alone. He was searching in his scriptures the meaning of the beauty. Along the river on the two sides, there were trees and so. And he was searching and searching in scriptures and nothing was coming to his mind and he could not find anything. Then all of a sudden, a thought came to him. He opened the window because the window was closed. As soon as he opened the window, the moonlight entered into the room and filled the entire boat with the light, with a certain kind of a glow. In the room there was a candle was lit, and in the candlelight he was reading, searching the meaning of beauty in the scripture. And when he could not find, he closed the book, put off the candle. There was dark within. He opened the window. All of a sudden, like a lightning flashed in the darkness of the night. Oh, wow, this is beauty, and I had been searching in the scriptures. He threw the book and then he never searched the meaning. Anytime you want to know something, you Google it. You search in the Google. So Google has become the modern day cosmic scripture. It is not Hindu, it is not. It is a combination of everything, the Hindu, Muslim, Christian, everything. It is not like a Quran, it is not like a Bhagavad Gita, it is not Bible, everything. It is all in one. Google is all in one scripture for entire humanity, and everybody searches the meaning in Google. So one thing Google has brought, unity in diversity. A Muslim, a Hindu, a Christian may fight over their scriptures, but all of them, when in deep search need, they search the universal, the scripture, AI scripture, Google, for the meaning. Isn't it so? So do not seek something mysterious, just be simple and innocent, and then the whole existence will open itself to you. You will not go mad, you can laugh, you can simply smile at the absurdity of it all. It was so simple and near you, and you had already created barriers around it. It was, in a sense, always within you. It was the miracle how you had been missing it. Enough for now.